What's going on, y'all? So listen. Now let me tell y'all something. Okay, listen. I debated with myself whether or not I was gonna come on here and do this individual video, or if I was gonna just save it for what it is. But it's just so much that I actually want to say. I don't even know if it's gonna be so much, but y'all know I like to talk, and I need another video for the week, so there's that. But let me put this out here first of all. Both of these people that's involved, I ain't got no problem with them, okay, for the most part. I had an issue with one person. We squashed that. It is what it is. But at the same time, just because I ain't got no problem with you, just because I like you or whatever, don't mean I can't call you out on your mess and everything. And it's just been a bunch of mess. Now, let me tell you something. Who would have thought that, you want to know what I blame? Because it's just like all of this stuff just started really coming out again. And because first of all, you know, SWV and Escape is on TV, right? And you know, that's just been a whole goddamn kerfuffle of everything, you know, that's been going on. And I actually want to talk about that before I get up into this whole situation, because, you know, everybody, it's just so it is so messy, baby. It's messy Mondays, all right? I just don't understand it. Maybe it was so much stuff that was going on between last night and today, as if y'all acting as if today was Thursday, okay? Thursday night, and we was about to go up into Friday, and we was about to get the shit really popping. And I just didn't understand what was going on. I'm like, why is there so much drama? Why is so much beef in the atmosphere? Brr, it's cold in here. Like, why? Why? It is spring outside, y'all. It is warm. Girl, it was warm outside today. I was like, oh my God, it's so good, you know? And then I look at all of this stuff, and I said, what the fuck is going on? I said, girl, why? I'm sitting here like, all of this dysfunction that is happening, do y'all understand that it is Women's History Month? And all these black women is going at each other right about now. This is supposed to be a sisterhood, and this ain't no sisterhood. I'm not feeling it right now. We supposed to come together and love each other, you know what I'm saying? And not fight each other. What is happening? Okay, and let me just tell you this. Everything that's going on, 100% unnecessary. 100% BS, all right? That's just how I feel. Now, let me just tell you this. These are my opinions, baby. I ain't finna debate and go back and forth with nobody in the comments. You don't agree? I'm not asking you to. I'm not putting this up for you to agree. I'm just saying how I see it, and how I see it is. It's a whole bunch of bull, okay? First off, Escape and SWV. Let me just tell you this. I really feel like at this point, granted, it's great TV, okay? And it is getting Bravo's a whole bunch of ratings in between the, I don't even know when Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming back on, but in between the Real Housewives shows that comes on Sunday. And the only ones that comes on Sundays is Atlanta and Potomac, and then you have Married to Medicine. You know what I'm saying? So it's giving us a little carryover until whenever they come back or whatever's going to happen for Sunday. That's great or whatever. But as I'm looking at it, I just feel like maybe the show really wasn't that good of an idea, because it's causing way more drama, way more tension, way more BS than I think they initially thought it would. You got the situation between Latasha and Tamika that's going on. You got family, internal situation that's going on. And we seeing people personal life with their mothers. And, you know, you got people on here attacking people's mamas. Granted, I was about to say she deserved it, but she kind of deserved it. I'm sorry, you know, that's her mama and everything. But, you know, sometimes we can't just sit back and just be like, okay, that's cool what you doing, but we going to give you respect because you an elder and you somebody mama. No, girl, you wrong and you mistreating your daughter and you ain't even trying to hear her out, okay? You know, you got that dysfunction of a triangle going on. You got the whole thing that happened last night that had the comments on everybody's video. Air Twitter going back and forth. And baby, I didn't know that it was going to explode like that. Even I was up in my comments and I had to put that as a pinned comment. Like, this whole situation about how come this SWV, who headlined this and Escape headlined that, and you opened up for Escape before and you opened up for this one, and have you ever sold out a headlining tour, and have you ever sold out a headlining tour? Baby, what does it matter at this point? Because I mean, I understand that we watching it, and so of course we seeing all of this play out, but we have to remember, and this is why I don't get so upset about it and get so heavily deep into it, because one, I already know that the tour is not going to happen. That's one. And truth be told, as I'm looking at this and in the back of my head, when this show came on, I already knew no tour was going to happen. I said, you know what? This would be a great idea, a bomb idea, a beautiful idea if Escape and SWV would have came together and they can do a tour. Because, baby, I damn sure would have had front row seat, because I ain't never seen SWV perform live. I've always wanted to. Love the group. Seen Escape perform live. They did the damn thing, okay? And when I tell you everybody was on that damn stage singing, everybody was on that damn stage singing. Let me tell you this. Every time they sang, tonight, oh, tonight. Girl, when Tiny get up there and she do her stuff, baby, that whole arena went up. I said, yes, there you go. You better do that stuff. You know, so we had some good times, and I was ready to do that again. Because, you know, I'm a little bit older now, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm still young, but, you know, I got an old soul. I like the old music, you know what I'm saying? So I be the one at the old concerts. And I'm finna go off with my drink in my hand, okay? I'm ready to get down in the aisle and just go off too, right? Girl, now I knew that shit wasn't going to happen, and especially after the first episode. And you want to know how I knew also that the tour wasn't going to happen? This has been filmed probably like last year. This has already been filmed. Or, yeah, last year. And ain't no announcement on the first episode or right before the first episode that, oh, tour dates coming soon and all of that stuff, and get your money together, because this is tour season. That is what everybody's been doing. You know, ain't none of that happening. Plus, you got Escape already on another tour. I think it's that R&B music tour, which is so funny that Kandi and Tamar are going back and forth at it, and they on the same damn tour. I said, what is this? This is crazy, baby. And that calls for something else that I'm going to say, if I remember. But this whole thing about the headlining with SWV and Escape, and then the Escape fans coming for SWV, and then the SWV fans coming for the Escape fans, and oh, you got to look at Candy's video when she broke it down about the financial and the reason why it makes sense for them to headline. I ain't got to look at shit, okay? And let me tell you why. Because what was on episode 3 was not talking about a tour, baby. We was talking about one day. And that is what everybody keep on missing. Now, if we was talking about a tour, then yes, whatever Kandi was saying about the logistics of it would make 100% sense, okay? But also, given that it won't be just your tour, it would be you and SWV tour. You know, y'all co-headlining this current tour with Tyrese, so y'all could co-headline with SWV. I just don't understand what was the issue. And also, I'm just sitting here like, it's one day, y'all co-headline, one night, and then if it was to came out that y'all was going to do a tour after this because of that one show was successful, y'all can come together, work out the logistics, because you're not going to figure it out in one meeting. You're not going to figure it out in one session. You have to come together. You have to talk it out. You have to put the business plan out there. You have to map out what makes sense for you. You have to do all of that, okay? Understandable. And the best solution, what me and a couple of other YouTubers that I follow who looked at the show, we all said, baby, just alternate. I just don't understand. And I know it's a money thing, but at the same time, still alternate. Like, girl, you get it this city, and then the next city we do it, then the next city we do it, then the next city we do it, then the next city y'all do it. You know, something like that. I just don't get it. You know, it ain't that big. It really ain't that deep. And then for the fans, y'all pulling up numbers and I said, wow, why are we doing this? Y'all, we were so happy as a people to come together and see these two groups on TV. These two classic black girl groups of the 90s doing their thing. And now y'all pitting the groups against each other. The show pitting the group against each other because they on Twitter just going back and forth throwing stats. And okay, well, you sold millions of albums. Millions of albums don't equate to ticket sales. True. But also millions of viewers who watch your shows don't equate to ticket sales as well. So, like, it's a toss-up for both of y'all. And I'm just saying, both of y'all are successful. And I want the fans to stop. It's hurting my heart. But anyway, that's all I really want to say on that. But let's get on to this other goddamn stupid mess. Okay? Tamar. Excuse me. So, Tamar was on Watch What Happens Live last night after the Escape and SWV show. And all I'm going to say, truth be told, in this instant, for this purpose, and for bringing it back up to light, because it already had been brought up by Tamar before, I'm going to blame the two little white girls that did this, and then I'm also blame that white man, Andy, okay? Don't get on me for saying it like that, but that's just what it is. You got white people coming into black people business and just starting a whole bunch of stuff that had already died down. I said, what? They set that shit ablaze, baby. And you want to know why I said it's their fault? Because all they had to do was put the bait out there, and Tamar bit that bitch, because that's what she always do. That is what she always do. I don't care how much you may like Tamar or how much you may not like Tamar, but we're going to have to put some facts on the table, okay? I have experienced some things with her before, so I know how this shit works, all right? But this ain't about me or my personal feelings about certain things, but I'm just saying what's right and what's wrong and how I see things. Now, see, she was sitting up there because they got a little TV show, her, Evelyn, Nivea, I think all three of them. I didn't watch What Happens Live last night because, honestly, I didn't know that she was on there. Plus, I was up here reviewing and editing, so by the time I got through editing and putting my video up, it had went out. I'm just getting on Twitter, and actually, a friend of mine had texted me something, was like, did you see what Tamar just said? She just said Kandi was the one that was coming at her and was the one that had tried to have her husband attack her and all that stuff or whatever. I said, girl, what are you talking about? I get on Twitter and I'm looking, and as soon as I get on that, there go the clip. I said, damn, y'all work real fast, because Tamar was on there basically like confirming everything. And of course, she had to put a little tweet out there, and you know, and my whole thing is, you did not have to take that bait. And this is what people keep on saying. Well, she was asked the question, and even Tamar herself said she was asked the question. And so therefore she wasn't really trying to answer it, but you know, she answered it anyway. You ain't gotta answer nothing. All right. I don't care what platform you are on. If you don't want to cause any issues and you know that this is gonna cause issue, if you didn't want the drama to occur that happened afterwards, you didn't have to answer it. You could say no comments, or you could say, I ain't answering that. Move on, Andy. Move on, Andy. We seen it be done, okay? And that's for anything. So you had a choice. She had a choice, and she chose to take the bait, and she chose to, you know, not necessarily say the girl name, but let Andy go down the thing and imply what it was, right? And then she gets on Twitter and confirmed that it did happen, okay? And I was like, oh, here we go. So basically, let me see if her stuff's still on her Twitter. She said, I answered the question like everyone else does. I'm not scared of anyone or the truth. Y'all don't want me to say nothing because that's not her narrative on TV. It's been months and she addressed everything and everyone. Why not this? I welcome them both. I welcome them both to speak on it and lie. She said, and then the initial tweet that she said right after that whole thing posted, she was like, before y'all start, I left the situation alone. But the fact is, Kandi and Todd wanted to fight me, period. There was witnesses, and JR, which is her man, came to the next show to check Todd. And he came to the next show, so he wasn't there. He came to the next show to check Todd, and she nor he won't address it, because how do you defend that? The facts are the facts. I'm off it. And that's the thing. You have a single out called Change, right? And you're going around promoting it, I guess, and you're saying how you changed, but you haven't really changed. Let's be 100% honest and clear, because I feel like this whole situation was a step backwards. And it's been a step backwards when you first put this whole situation out here, okay? Because this was totally unnecessary. And no, I'm not saying that you don't have a right or she don't have a right to feel offended by somebody coming at her or, whatever. But at the same time, why are you putting this out here to the public as if we supposed to do something about it? You put this out here to the public only so that it can cause some controversy and some talking, some fodder, and some attention and all of that, because you got a show out and you got a song out. That's just it. That's how I see it. Because what is the purpose? If you said this happened months ago, you left it alone, why are you still going on a tirade or just keep on nagging it on and on and on? You're commenting on Shade Room posts and stuff. Kandi barely said anything. Kandi posted a video clip of Wednesday, the Addams Family Values, when Wednesday was at the camp, okay? And that little girl was playing victim, and they was doing the swimming, and she was going to play the victim or whatever, basically implying that Tamar is acting like a victim. Tamar, you are. You are. It just, it's just what it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. And truth be told, people can say Kandi do the same thing. But at this point, we're not talking about that. We're talking about her because she started this. All right. And I'm going to tell you how she started it. For those that want to say, oh, well, it's Kandi this and Kandi that. No, listen. We're not finna rewrite history or anything. And that has always been my issue with Tamar. She don't know how to handle a lot of conflict that comes her way. She can avoid a whole bunch of stuff and people can just truly love her. People can truly just like her and support her 100% without there being any mess behind her. But she is known to be messy, and she is known to do things like this because she don't know how to handle controversy. She don't know how to handle certain stuff that comes her way. She don't know, even at the age that she is now, that you don't have to respond to everything and you don't have to post everything out there. And if something like this was to have happened to me, I'm not blasting that person. I'm going directly to that person, especially given that we're going to be on the same damn tour. We're taking care of this right here, right now. And if you don't want to acknowledge it and you don't want to say nothing, that's fine. Don't fuck with me and I won't fuck with you. That's basically all that it is. Because at the end of the day, you putting this information out here for what? What is it supposed to do? The people that love Kandi gonna still love Kandi, and the people that love you still gonna love you. And the only thing that it's gonna do is cause a freaking stand war on Twitter. And where do we get from that? Nowhere. There's no resolution. There's no nothing. Now you're beefing with somebody that you just made up with. And to be honest, you inserted yourself into her business. You inserted herself into something that had nothing to do with you. And as you woke up this morning, because when I was getting ready, I woke up at 8 o'clock to get ready for work. Next thing you know, they was like, girl, she on live. I'm like, on live? Why? It's early. What the fuck is going on? Why we on live this early? Girl, I'm thinking she on there to promote her show. Now, let's talk about that show for a second. It was cute, and I actually was looking forward to seeing the Queen's Court. And then when the whole promo came out and I found out that the white boy that she picked was on there, I said, oh, so that's where he came from. I was uninterested. And then when the first episode, when the day that it actually came out, I said, now I'm totally uninterested because now y'all done already put it out there that they're engaged. And then you already put it out there who Evelyn chose and that Evelyn got engaged or whatever. We don't know nothing else about Nivea. And I just said, girl, I mean, if I watch it, I'll get to it eventually. But I just didn't feel no need to rush and watch it because we already know the outcome for at least 2 people. Mind you, we been knew the outcome for, well, some of y'all probably put it in the back of y'all mind. I remember when they said, oh, Tamar got a new man. And they had put that shit on the blog. They was walking down the street or walking somewhere and they was holding him or they was right by each other. It was the same white man. This was last year. Then right after they put that post up, they said, oh, she engaged. Tamar is engaged. Congratulations. I was like, huh? I ain't paying no mind. Because next thing you know, they start spilling a whole bunch of his tea. And then it went away. And then it popped back up when the Queen's Court came out. And I was like, oh, so this is the same man. This is why she was with him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, congratulations on that. And truth be told, that's what I would be focusing on. I'd be focusing on the fact that I got this new relationship. I'm supposed to be happy. I got a new single out. It's my birthday weekend. Like, come on. That is what I'd be focusing on. Okay? You know, Kandi, they was tearing your ass up enough. I said, girl, don't answer. Don't respond because truth be told, it didn't even deserve any response, okay? Like, I wouldn't have fed into the attention that she was seeking. It do comes off a little attention seeking, all right? And I'm only saying this because I've been there in situations where, you know, she didn't have to respond. And I told her, you don't have to respond to certain things, just ignore it. But she wouldn't do that. And that's why people kept coming at her and coming at her and coming at her. And I'm like, just don't respond. Let them look stupid. She don't know how to do that. But then you start this situation and then you get upset when somebody call you a victim because that's what you're acting like. I just don't understand, y'all. And for those that don't know, like, this all started because according to her, she's talking about some, you know, they had a tour, they had a performance or whatever. She seen her backstage. She said hello to her. Kandi snapped off on her like, oh, you up here taking his side and you up here calling me a lie, whatever, about Carlos and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. I can see that happen. I'm not even going to debate her on that. And I can see some of that happening or whatever. I can see the whole confrontation happening, truth be told. But also, so I'm not denying that, you know, Tamar's version of the story. But I'm just finna say this. A lot of the stuff that you were saying was, it was very contradictory. It was very contradictory because you say you're not going to say nothing about something unless you know the facts. You don't know if a person is this or a person is that. It's nothing. So you're not going to say anything. You're not going to pick sides because you don't really know what happened. But you clearly pick sides and you act like you didn't understand why she was mad at you or why she was feeling a way about you or the fact that y'all wasn't cool at that moment. You acting surprised like you didn't know. You thought that y'all was still cool. No, girl, you knew what it was. So I just want people to stop lying. I just want people to stop lying and say the truth and what it is. Because we know. We saw it. And what I'm talking about is Kandi had came out at the end of last year or whatever. She was doing an interview with the House of Aaron, a YouTuber on here. And this was around the time where she was just going around. This was when Kandi and the Gang had came out. And I think it was a little bit after that. And she was going around to different YouTubers on YouTube, black YouTubers, and giving them interviews. Because my girl Bondi and her girls got one. Scotty by Nature got an interview with her, and the House of Aaron got an interview with her. And in that interview with House of Aaron, that is when Kandi had put out there that allegedly Carlos King, but this is according to Kandi, not me, she said he was trying to steal her life rights, their escape story, you know, to go behind her back, the group's back or whatever, and make like a biopic without them, you know? And so this was circulating all up on the internet, right? Now, I don't know if she posted on IG first or if she was on her gig that she had at the time before she came permanent, because she's permanent now on Dish Nation, but this was before. It was like a guest spot. and the topic of the whole situation came up because it was a hot topic. So understandably, because you're on a show like that, you're going to discuss hot topics and, you know, give your opinions or whatever. So when the whole situation about whether or not she believed this happened between Carlos and Kandi came up, she basically said no, she don't believe it. She don't believe Carlos will do that. She don't believe Kandi is telling the whole truth or whatever. It's yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's what she said. And this is, again, one of those situations where, given that you know both parties, and you literally just made up with one of those parties, I would have just said, now, you know, I don't know nothing about that. That's her version, and that's what she say happened. I don't know. I don't know Carlos' side, but I mean, she gave her side. Maybe we can wait and hear for Carlos' side, but at this point, I don't know. Okay? I wouldn't have just came out there and said, oh, she lying. Or, you know, I don't think this happened, or all of this stuff, or whatever. And I was just like, that's what I'm talking about. And then in that line, she said she a 5-time Emmy-nominated journalist. Baby, if you did not go to school to get a degree in journalism, you are not a journalist. Sitting up on the reel and talking on a talk show does not make you a journalist, okay? Come on, Portia. That's not how that works, okay? You're just like us YouTubers who just sit on front of a camera and talk. But y'all get paid on a way bigger scale, and y'all got more eyes on y'all. That's just the difference. Neither one of us got degrees in journalism. How dare I will sit here and call myself a journalist, because I am not. Therefore, baby, you aren't either. Okay? But also, that happened. And so when that winds up happening, a lot of people was like, well, wait a minute. I thought y'all was cool. Did something happen? We had already thought at that instant that, we don't want to jump the gun and think that something went down between her and Kandi, but we thought that they were cool, right? And then we see the IG post where she had reposted something Carlos posted and said, yeah, my good friend Carlos, who don't steal from nobody. I said, oh. So you double down doing it. And we knew exactly what you was referring to, because Kandi literally just said that he tried to steal their life rights. And now you're saying that he don't steal from anybody. So now you get up here acting like you don't know why this girl would have an issue with you. And then talking about I apologize. You didn't mean that apology, because if you didn't want nothing to happen, and if you wasn't trying to throw shots and be shady and take sides, you would never posted that. Even if you said what you said on the radio, that's fine. I mean, granted, you didn't have to, but you also could have just not posted what you posted on that IG. And that is what she does all the time. All the time. Just go back and look, okay? Ain't nobody making up nothing about her. Nobody is trying to comfort her. Nobody is trying to attack her. We just seeing a history of a pattern that has happened all the time. And I literally thought that this was going to be a change era. We already starting this era off. You know, imagine us, we've been waiting for new music, and we've seen some of the progress. And me personally, I've seen some of the progress, okay? I was like, all right, she's in a different headspace. She's been through a lot already, and it's cool, you know? And I was like, all right, fine. And then all of a sudden, we get hit with this last night and today. And today just made it so much worse, because not only did you do that, you then later post, probably a month or so afterwards, talking about some Real Housewives of Atlanta Peach and her whole husband or whatever tried to fight me, and they ain't gonna say nothing, and woo, woo, woo. And the way she worded it, because she said something about official, people was thinking, oh, maybe it was Kandi, or because she had that, you know, she said what she said previously about the Carlos situation, but then you said something about the husband being an official, and so they thought it was Eva or whatever, because we knew that Eva's husband was in politics. And so I was like, that don't even make sense. Like, what the fuck Eva had to do with this, you know? And so when you get on Watch What Happened Live, and then here's my thing. Stop putting shit out there without putting a name, and then acting like you don't want nobody to say nothing about it. That's the thing, like, people ain't gonna say nothing about it, or people ain't gonna remember what you did, you know what I'm saying? So right then and there, it seemed like you was trying to stir some stuff up. And my whole thing is, if it was an issue that happened, we didn't need to know that. We honestly didn't need to know that. You needed to be a grown woman, and you and Kandi both needed to be grown women, and y'all need to be grown women, and y'all need to discuss this one-on-one off of social media. This should have never been brought to social media. And then you getting in your feelings today talking about something what I just read. She didn't address everything else, but she won't address that. She ain't got to. She ain't got to play into it and give you what you want. What are you looking for? I wasn't going to bring it into social media, but you decide to bring it onto social media, so you want me to play your game and go back and forth on social media like for real? I don't want Kandi to say nothing else. I don't want her to play into anything else with this whole situation. And you have to be careful what you say, Tamar, because some legal things can come to you. And I'm not talking about me. We see how people work. You know, you got Candace out here getting sued by Michael Darby because of the whole dick sucking thing. And now you up here talking about some, Ty tried to fight you, but in your live, you said he basically said some words to you, and you never said how he tried to fight you or if he tried to come up there and physically harm you. You never established that. So was he trying to physically fight you, or did he just say some words to you? Because if he just said those words to you, I can see that, and I believe you on that, okay? Because we seen how Ty work. He stand up for Kandi any and every time if he around. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my whole thing. Like, be clear. Be clear what really happened. And yeah, I know somebody put a picture up of JR and Todd talking, but it don't look like it was heated because or anything like they was trying to make it seem. It literally looked like they was just buddies talking or whatever. Like, yeah, okay, bro, that's cool. That's what it looked like. All right, it didn't even look like it was that deep. I was like, that's it's just ridiculous. And then you keep going on and on and on, and then you talking about the whole situation of you not calling out your husband. You up here defending your husband, but you not calling him out. You not saying nothing about what he did and his behavior. It comes off abusive. So his behavior comes off abusive because he said something to you, so now that's abusive. It's giving me the same feeling of when Ralph told them girls to shut the fuck up on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Kenny was saying that he was being aggressive, and I wasn't here for that, and a lot of people wasn't here for that, and then even Kenny and some of the girls said that they wasn't here for it, and that she used the wrong words, okay, because you don't want to label a black man aggressive like that. That's what they already be labeled as for whatever, and that wasn't even a situation. It wasn't even that deep. That's what it's giving. It's exaggeration, you know what I'm saying? And then you up here talking about, oh, he had abusive behavior, and maybe it seems like probably, I hope she ain't over there getting her ass beat by him and all that stuff, because I wouldn't be for that. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. You up here talking about abuse and all this stuff, the same person, and I hate to do this, but the same reason why you got into the whole situation between K. Michelle was coming for your ass is because you weren't believing the fact that, you came through and you inserted your nose in something that wasn't for you, and you was basically taking Memphis side in that whole situation instead of just not saying anything because it did not concern you whether or not you believe she was getting abused by Miss Hits or not. And basically, you kind of made it seem like she was a liar. You, Rashida, and other people, you know what I'm saying? And so that's where the start, some of your beef was, And for you to go and do that when a couple of your partners have had allegations of abuse against you as well, whether it was brought up by other people around you or you, your family brought up allegations about Vince. The whole situation that happened with you and David the African, so it's like, you got to be careful with the words that you use, okay? And you can't, when you've been in certain situations and you did certain things that you kind of accusing other people of doing, you got to be careful. You have to be careful, okay? Because I said, in these day and time, people so ready to sue before they ready to whoop your ass. I'm just saying. And then mom talking about I don't do that fight, but don't get it wrong. I could beat, you can't fight. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You cannot fight. You cannot fight. Tamar is so fucking funny. And I want you to stop saying, I want her to stop saying that she is from Baltimore. Girl, y'all are from Severn, Maryland. Okay? Y'all are not from Baltimore. But, and even then, that what? Are we supposed to be scared? Ooh, I'm shaking in my sleep. Girl, no. No. Let me tell you something. I was like, but let me... And then Candy, all Candy said was, you know, somebody gonna take something and twist it. And basically what happened wasn't really what happened. But yeah, we did get into it. We did have some words. But, you know, my husband didn't say nothing to her and all that stuff. Do I 100% believe that part? Hell no. You really think Ty sat there and be quiet? No. No. I do think that Ty said something. I really do. Do I think he tried to fight her? No. I do think that he either damn near cussed her out or almost cussed her out or did cuss her out. But he had words with her. And Candy had words with her. So I believe her on that part. Okay, Tamar part. I believe Tamar on that part. But at the same time, you keep on saying, but I'm changed and I'm off that. I'm off that. I don't want to talk about it. I wasn't trying to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it, but you the main one that keep on talking about it. You off that, but you the main one that keep on talking about it. You the main one that keep on commenting. And this is where shit just got funny for me. Because when she posted in that Shade Room comments about Candy can't sing, oh my God, let me find exactly what she said because that shit was funny. Girl, let me find it. Let me find it. That ain't it. Oh, that's the whole live. And then, yeah, she was like, I am the victim when your man stepped to a woman. Sounds like an abused woman to me. See nothing wrong with that. I hope he's not beating your ass. I pray for your healing. You the last person to be telling somebody that you pray for their healing when you ain't healed yourself. But anyway, she said, I'm done talking about it. Obviously, it happened. Candy wants to deflect and condone her man's behavior by calling me a victim. Shaking my head. It's abusive and disrespectful, and it's never okay for a man to step to a woman. Fans don't have to agree. You're right. Period. Everyone have a nice day. God is good. Watch Queen's Court. Baby, it was killing me how she was still promoting her single. I said, bitch, you better fucking do that. You better fucking do that. Okay, listen, I'm gonna start some shit, but I'm gonna still promote my shit in the midst. Okay? She said something about, speaking of, she was like, and that's why I went on ahead and sampled, you know, and streamed my single, the one that I sampled from the legendary group SWV. She talked about how, you know, the same shit that's going on Queen on the show, that's the reason why she ain't watching or whatever, because of Candy ego, the way that she acting with SWV, and it kind of hurts her to see the stuff that's going on between Latasha and Tamika and everything, you know, the family having that little fallout and all this stuff. Truth be told, I could say something about family when it comes to her, but I'm not. Let's just say they not all on the same page. And I know one in particular that don't fuck with her at all. But that's neither here nor there. Where is it? She said, listen, I'm healed and saved, but God don't want us to be rollovers. Okay, I'm standing firm on what I said, exactly how it happened, and don't need to lie about anything. That's cute or whatever, but when she called that girl Billy Goat, she said, now Billy Goat needs to Billy Goat is going to start back up again, calling me a liar. Someone needs to call her and tell her to chill. Tydina 1,000,000,000% did what I said he did. Girl, now we finna start calling, trying to insult a person by calling them out their gender. Okay. But where is the other one? Girl, I can't find it either fucking way. She said that girl was a Billy Goat, and she said that the bitch can't sing. You wanna know what it reminded me of? When Kaya was like, every man want a woman. Oh my God. She said, imagine having the biggest ego for the most non-singing person in the entire music industry. Stream my new hit song, Change, where I pay homage to the amazing SWV. First of all, Kandi ain't the best singer. Okay, let's just break it down. And this is why I'm surprised she went there. I wasn't expecting it because, baby, it gagged me for a second. I said, oh my God. I said, well, Tamar, you got her on that one. You got her ass on that one. I ain't even gonna lie, that shit was good. It was good, baby. I'm telling you, this is where it got real funny for me because I was like, you know, some of us had said Kandi ain't the best singer, okay? And then some of y'all have called her a Billy Goat, you know, so it just seemed like she done took what we done said, or, let me take that back, took what some of y'all done said, even though, have us? Kandi is not the best singer. She's not. Let's be honest. She ain't a... It's not saying that she can't sing. She's just not the best singer. But to say that she's the worst singer or person in the industry, that is a 100% lie. Okay? But yeah, at the same time, I mean, she may not be able to sing the way that you can sing, girl, but she got a longer career. You still trying to get, okay, I'm not going to do that. You still trying to get there. All right. And that's what I want you to focus on. I want you to leave all of this shit behind. Back in the day, this is what I used to say all the time when Tamar used to get into it with a lot of people. And I used to hate it. I used to hate it so much because I see all of the potential that she got. I see all of the fucking talent. Because truth be told, there is no fucking reason why Tamar shouldn't have been up on top just like Toni goddamn Braxton. I love me some Toni Braxton, but Tamar got a better voice than Toni. And Toni can sing to me. And y'all know she one of my faves. She's my top 3 fave. Okay? I got 5. Hold on. Ooh, okay. Janet always gonna be number 1. Toni number 2. Beyonce number 3. So yeah, that's right. And then it's Mariah. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. That's just always what it is. And then it's Whitney. And that's just always what it is. And that's always what it's gonna be. Okay? And Tamar should have been up there. There's no reason. And I feel like her immaturity, her attitude, her antics, it's just what it is that stops her sometimes. Because I swear, if she ignored a lot of things and people be like, well, you can't tell nobody how to react, or you know they supposed to just sit back and take it. No, I'm just saying, like, you see how it is. People sometimes would do stuff to try to egg you into saying stuff so that they can get people to come at you and be like, see, I told you she was the problem, or I told you he was the problem, and this and this. You see what they doing? They want a reaction out of you. So you don't have to get them that reaction. Say deuces and let them, okay, you go ahead. You want to feel that way, do what you got to do. Ha, ha, ha. Don't acknowledge it, because then they look stupid. They look like they're in a one-sided situation. And truth be told, y'all kind of look like it right now. And it's like, focus on your music, because I really felt like this era could be your era. Like, let's go back to Love and War, because Love and War was that thing, bitch. Love and War was that thing. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Love and War should have won a Grammy. Love and War should have won a Grammy, okay? But, you know, and if you saying that it didn't, it shouldn't, you hating. But Love and War should have won a Grammy, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I've been at Tamar, like, since Tamar's first album, the one that she, don't want to, you know, acknowledge. I don't understand why the shit was good. If you don't want to love me, don't love me. That shit was bomb, okay? No. I love it when she do that. No. It be funny. But then you just You be fucking up your own self sometimes. I be like, God damn, you ain't got an answer to this, and you ain't got a. And even if she was gonna answer to the lady that was on the white girls that started this shit, baby, they sitting back like, look at what we started. That's how they looking. You can't tell me, y'all. I want them to come forth. Y'all fan them white girls. Fan them girls that had asked that question. And I was like, and be like, why would you, look, do you see what you started? Because this was calm down. Do you see what this started? Okay. Okay. They probably sitting at home like, wow, do you see this? These girls don't know how to act. No, let me stop. But, yeah, girl, it didn't need to happen. It didn't need to get this far. And truth be told, sometimes, especially given that y'all finna be on having shows together or whatever, I just wish y'all could have handled this so much better. And I'm mainly talking about Tamar. And I'm also talking to Kandi because, Kandi, you did respond, and I did not want you to respond, okay? And you should have kept quiet the same way you did, like you avoid everything else. You do deflect, but hey, it is what it is. You know, some things you have to choose your battles wisely. All right, choose your battles wisely. And this was one of those situations that I really wish that Tamar did not get into. You know, I wish she didn't take the bait too, and she did. And now we're here, and it's one thing to take the bait, but to keep on going and to keep on going. Like Mama was all up in the shade room comments giving us a show this morning. I said, God damn. What is going on? I said, girl, I thought you said you changed. She said, no, this the old me. I said, I see, bitch. I see. Girl, y'all tell me y'all opinion. And this is so crazy because I hate when situations like this happen because I like both people in the situation to a certain extent. There are certain things about both of them that irks me, but overall, I like them. And I don't like it when people that I like are going back and forth at each other, and then it's pointless. First of all, y'all too damn old for this internet bullshit. Call each other up. Can I come over there? Or when you see each other on the tour, can we sit down and talk? And if she don't want to, don't force it. You can't make nobody talk to you. And if that's the case, just let it go. You said your man handled it. Let it go. You want something that a person is not finna give you. And if you see that they're not gonna give it to you and you see that that's how they roll, put that in the back of your mind and remember that for next time and don't say shit else. X the bitch out. That's just all you gotta do, because that's what I do. I be good goddamn. I'm going back and forth. Girl, well, thanks for the goddamn entertainment. And none of this is to be taken serious. And I just hate stuff like this happening because you got the stands going against each other, and then it's crazy because a lot of Escape stands are, or fans I should say, are fans of Tamar, and then you have fans of Tamar's that are fans of Escape, and then we be stuck up in the middle like, what the fuck we supposed to do? God damn. Like, shit. What's gonna happen? Like, what? You know, I like this one and I like this one. Like, well, you know, you gotta call a spade a spade. I just want them to get it together, and I just want nobody else to say nothing else. Please don't come back tomorrow with this stuff, okay? Let this be it. Gave everybody some content to talk about, and that's all that it is. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Blow the comments up, and please, please, please let us be respectful to one another, because at the end of the day, these people don't know you, and these people won't ride for you the way that you riding for them. All right? Let's just keep that in mind. So it's nothing to get deep in our feelings over, okay? Somebody don't say something that you agree with, that is okay. You don't agree with what I say, that is okay. And I will see you guys, I don't know when. This why I ain't want to put it up into what it is, because look, it's 48 minutes. Bitch, ain't nobody got time for this. Who the fuck? Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. Peace.